You're born, but not in the shiny, sanitized world of modern hospitals, but in a cold, dark cave. The Ice Age is in full swing, so it's cold, harsh, and survival is the name of the game. And forget about a cozy crib. Your first bed is probably a pile of animal skins that may or may not have recently been used as a bear trap. It's all dirt and sweat, and the closest thing to baby formula is, well, your mom's breast milk. But she's probably too busy hunting or trying not to die to take care of you, so yeah, good luck with that. You're small, around 5 to 6 kilograms, about 11 to 13 pounds, but still big for a newborn compared to modern humans. You've inherited some thick bones, broad shoulders, and probably a stocky build, but you're not exactly ready to take on the world yet, so you're just hanging out in your cave, praying your mom doesn't forget about you while she's out hunting woolly mammoths or running from saber-toothed tigers. And don't expect too many baby moments or lullabies here either. You're lucky if you don't get left to be the snack of a passing predator. And your mom? She's probably exhausted. You're not her only responsibility. She's out hunting, foraging, trying to stay alive, so you'll be spending more time in a corner of the cave than in her arms. She's not exactly bonding with you. Survival is what matters. The first few weeks are a blur. You can't move or speak. You're just a small, helpless blob of flesh, hoping that the tribe doesn't leave you behind while they hunt. But, to be honest, survival is hard at this point. You're lucky if you make it through those first weeks. While you're trying to figure out how to breathe and move, the world around you is loud and dangerous. You've got predators everywhere, saber-toothed tigers, wild boars, and the ever-present threat of hunger. Your mom might be back after a hunting trip, but if things go wrong, you're just as likely to be a forgotten, easy snack for something far bigger than you. Your first few months are a battle for survival. You weigh about 7 to 8 kilograms, about 15 to 18 pounds, by the time you're old enough to move a little, but you're still fragile. There's no time for baby talk or cutesy moments. Your world is cold, raw, and everything that happens around you is part of a never-ending struggle. All right, you've made it to age 2, and you're finally starting to look like a person rather than a helpless blob. At 2.5 feet tall, about 75 centimeters, and weighing around 10 to 12 kilograms, about 22 to 26 pounds. You're still small compared to the adults, but you're getting there. Now, you start learning the skills that are literally required for your survival. Forget about fun games or playing with toys. At this point, your childhood is spent learning how to survive. You're learning how to make tools out of rocks and sticks, how to use fire, and how to recognize what's edible and what's not. Every moment of your life is a lesson in don't die, and just when you think you might get a break, boom, your tribe expects you to start helping out. By age 3, you're out hunting with the tribe, sort of. You're still a novice, probably messing up more than you succeed, but you've got a role to play. You can't just sit there and look cute, because you're definitely not cute by modern standards. It's a brutal world and everyone has to contribute. Your size by now is probably around 4 feet tall, 120 centimeters, and you're getting stronger, but it's still tough. You're learning quickly, though, because your survival depends on it. You don't have the luxury of being a kid forever. By age 10 to 12, you're hitting puberty. You're now around 4 to 5 feet tall, about 120 to 150 centimeters, and weighing anywhere from 25 to 35 kilograms, about 55 to 77 pounds. Your body is becoming stronger, but here's the thing. While your muscles might be bulkier and more defined, you're not exactly designed for endurance. Neanderthals were built for power, not speed, and it's about now that you're starting to realize you're good for short bursts, but not the long haul. Puberty is where things start to get real. It's a weird mix of your body growing faster than your mind, and you're struggling to keep up. You're expected to be useful now. You're thrown into real-world tasks. You're hunting, gathering, doing your part for the tribe. It's not a lot of fun. You might get a slight sense of pride when you help bring down a small animal. But let's face it, there's no time for ego here. You're just trying to stay alive. By age 13-14, you're fully integrated into the tribe. But there's no real teenager phase in Neanderthal life. There's no time for rebellion, no time for learning who you are. Instead, you're learning how to deal with pain, how to recover from injuries, how to avoid being eaten by predators, and how to survive another day. Now you've hit adulthood, and you're 5 feet 1 inch to 5 feet 5 inches, about 155 to 165 centimeters, and weighing anywhere from 60 to 75 kilograms, about 130 to 165 pounds. You're strong, you've got muscle, and you know how to hunt. But here's the deal. You're constantly breaking down. Your body's tough but fragile in other ways. Neanderthals may have been stronger than modern humans in some ways, but their bones were more prone to stress fractures and injuries. Your body is your weapon, but it's wearing out as you use it. Every day you spend hunting mammoths or foraging, your body takes a toll. The stress on your bones, joints, and muscles is already starting to show. The arthritis that's been creeping in for the last few years is becoming more than just a nuisance. By 25, you're probably feeling it. Your joints hurt when you stand up, and every time you bend over to grab something, you hear your body crack in ways that make you wonder if you'll even make it to 30. You're constantly at risk of dying from something as simple as a scraped knee. Your muscles are still there, but the pain? It's always with you. And while you're able to keep going, you can see the younger members of the tribe taking over. Okay, here's the harsh reality. You're about 30 to 35 years old, which might sound young, but for a Neanderthal, you're already on borrowed time. Your muscles are stiff, your bones are fragile, and those young bucks, they're the ones leading the hunts now. You've become the person the tribe has to help. Your old injuries flare up, and your body doesn't bounce back as it used to. You've got arthritis, back pain, and what might feel like a permanent limp. And let's be real, you don't have the luxury of retirement. No rocking chair on a porch for you. You're still expected to contribute, but your usefulness is quickly dwindling. If you're lucky, you might find a place in the tribe, maybe gathering herbs or something small. But it's clear you're on the decline. Your 40th birthday is probably as close as you're going to get to old age. But even that's pushing it. Most Neanderthals didn't make it past 30, and those that did were already on the downhill slope by the time they hit 40. One day, the tribe sets out for a hunt, and you're with them, of course. You might not be the first to leap into action anymore, but you've still got that fire, that primal urge to prove you're not done yet. This could be your last shot to show that you're still worthy of the tribe. The mammoth's in sight, and the air thick with tension. You feel your muscles tense as you prepare to spring into action. You feel a surge of energy, like your younger self is back for just a moment. You take the first step, the ground beneath your feet is slippery, your knee hurts more than it used to, but you keep going. You're not going to let the others see you falter. As the mammoth moves closer, you step awkwardly, that old injury that never healed the way it should have flares up, and in an instant, your foot twists in a way your body can't handle anymore. The pain shoots up your leg, you collapse, your breath catching in your chest. The hunt keeps going, but you're left behind, alone. The tribe doesn't notice immediately. They're too focused on the kill, on survival. They don't even hear your cries. You try to stand, but your leg won't hold, and the pain is excruciating. You drag yourself into the underbrush, trying to hide. As the sun sets and the tribe returns, it's already over for you. They'll likely leave you where you fall, just another casualty of the unforgiving world you were born into. You'll be just another forgotten part of a history too harsh to remember. And that's why it sucks to be born a Neanderthal. But here is another animal whose life sucks even more.